Muse, an SEO AI tool. So I imported 2 blog posts from the Blue Mountain website, the first being Why Medical Devices Demand Smarter Asset Management. To give an overview, Market Muse gives you a content score. This content score is 14, the average is 26, which is based off the top ranking web pages on Google. It shows you your target and then also the same for word count. So this specific blog post is, it's shorter in content, so the word count's lower. And then if you go to research, it shows you the key topics and terms that we mention and then what they suggest to mention. So this is obviously a shorter piece of content, so we're lacking more of these key terms and keywords. Obviously, some of these don't make sense in what our content is talking about, but this is interesting to look at. Here's some other terms. And then in addition to this, you can go to this compete page. This shows the top ranking web pages on Google. They're all about, about the same topic that this blog post is about, so they're comparative. It gives them a score, what their word count is, and you can also and it gives the links to these web pages, and then you can open them up and you can compare, what topics and terms we have in our content versus what they have in their competing one. So here's some examples. So yeah, this is a shorter blog post and that's why it has a lower ranking, because there's not as many of the key terms, but it's interesting to look at. And then in addition to this one, I also imported this post, the path to asset performance management. This is a much higher score and also a much higher word count. If you go to research, you can see clearly here that we have a lot of the terms that they suggest. Maybe not in the amount they suggest, but this is a good example. Let's see, yeah, so we have a lot of the terms that they would suggest having anyway. We can look at this, and then again, you can go to compete, look at the top ranking web pages. Again, all about the same topic that this web page is about, so they're comparative, and you can see their scores and compare with them. And then in addition to this part of it, this is the optimize page. They also have a research application, and then you can also create a document for analysis, planning, and brief, which I haven't looked into yet, but yeah. So I think this tool, it's definitely useful. I think there's potentially better SEO tools out there like Surfer SEO and ClearScope, but here's an example of Market Muse.